Durag Wisdom here, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Earth Day Y2K 19.08.16. I believe in the concept of the Greater Israel, and that is a very large Israel. That's if you look at the map, it takes up what are today Arab lands. I mean, this is the Israel of the Bible, the one the men wrote, of course. The Israel that's supposed to go again from the Nile to the Euphrates. If you have a chance, look up on the internet the borders of the biblical, according to what it says, the borders that it's supposed to be in the Bible. The Bible, I should say. I understand that the borders of Greater Israel will never be realized, and they weren't realized even during the reigns of David and Solomon, when the borders of Israel reached their greatest. And of course, according to the Bible, the manifest destiny was limited to those borders. Israel was not allowed to go beyond the borders that were given to it by this almighty being from the Bible. I don't accept the notion of a Palestinian people. The name Palestine came from the Romans. The Romans hated my tribe. We refused to submit to the Roman rule, and there was a great war between my tribe and the Roman tribe. At the end, we were, of course, defeated, supposedly, and we were spread out all over the planet. Many Jews did remain in Israel, whether the Romans wanted it or not. And they renamed Israel Palestine after the Philistines, one of the hated enemies of the Jews. And then they renamed Jerusalem Ea Capitolina. They just wanted to erase the Jewish presence. In later Mideast history, the country of Jordan, I'm jumping ahead. There was a Balfour Declaration which said there's going to be a Jewish homeland and an Arab homeland in this area. Where did Jordan come from? Suddenly there's this Jordan. And Jordan doesn't call itself Palestine. The people living there don't call themselves Palestinians. Or if they did, what happened to them? The Arab world, they want to put a 24th Arab Muslim country inside the historic land of Israel. I say, if the Palestinians need a homeland, let them go live in Jordan and call Jordan Palestine. If you don't believe me about these matters, if you think I'm making it up, I'm revising history, whatever, please feel free to look at the Bible if you want, the Bible. Look at the borders and everything that they say in there, and look up any historical stuff about this conflict. But make sure you're looking at stuff that's not revising history. Because according to people like Talib and Omar, there's no such thing as a Jewish homeland. According to them, we owed a Jewish homeland to them. Well, the Jewish people and the country of Israel was around a long time before there was something called Palestine. I mean, before the Romans called Israel Palestine, they called it Judea. That was their name when they took over. So there's a whole lot of historical stuff that goes on in this situation. It is time for Israel to get rid of Benjamin Netanyahu, a Trumpist who has undermined our rightful cause. The Trumpists are the Nazis, are the bad guys, are the assholes, are the disease. And by Netanyahu allying himself with these forces, he is doing something so heinous as to destroy Jewish ideals and our right as our tribal rights to that land. I do not like members of the so-called squad, especially Omar and Talib. Both refer to Israel as Palestine, and both affirm a revisionist history of that area where the Jews were my people, or my tribe are the thieves, and not them. All this being said, Israel, the country of Israel, the democratic country of Israel, has absolutely no right, barring any member of Congress, whether they agree with them or not, from coming to Israel. Absolutely no right. How outrageous. What the Trump Nazi Netanyahu has done, he's emboldened the enemies of the Jewish people. He has given them ammunition. He has made martyrs out of Omar and Tlaib. Thank you, Trumpist Netanyahu. Thank you for turning our tribe into the villains along with that Nazi creep. In bringing Trumpism to Israel, Netanyahu gone a long way in abetting and aiding the enemies of the Jewish people. We are suffering in this age hatred from both sides of the political spectrum. From the left, we know, yes. All of the left. From the left. And also, don't forget, from the freaking right. From the Trumpists. I reject any support, quote unquote, from the Trumpists. He is, Trump, a Nazi, anti-Semite, racist scum. He's only using my tribe because he thinks we're good at money. How stupid can we get? But we've been stupid before, and it has led to our destruction, to our harm. When a country is a democratic republic, and it's open, it's a democracy like supposedly in Israel, you invite all people with all kinds of points of view. This allows debate. This allows education. This allows for resolutions. Something that the Trumpists don't want. They don't want debate. They don't want resolutions. All they want is fear, pain, totalitarian rule. Get rid of Netanyahu. Get rid of Trumpist Bibi Netanyahu. I'm an American Jew. I don't hide what I am. I know that if I try to hide what I am, and I know this from experience, someone's always going to come up with it. People disrespect you more if you try to hide what you are. Yes, I'm a human being, yes, but I do have another label in this crazy human earth we live on. I'm an American Jew who believes that America must come first. None of this, I'm going to vote for all these candidates that support only Israel. The Trumpists support a Christian Israel. They don't support a Jewish one. So if everybody thinks that Trump is on the Jewish people's side, get a life. Educate thyself. If Tlaib and Omar ran for president and vice president, respectively, right? I would have to vote for them. Yes, look at me. I would have to vote for President Tlaib and Vice President Omar. Because I cannot ever accept the notion of fascism in the United States of America. And I must do what is best for the USA and not necessarily what is best for Israel. If President Tlaib and Vice President Omar decided to destroy Israel, I have total faith that Israel would use her nuclear weapons to wipe out her enemies far and wide, which would mean, of course, the destruction of all life on this planet. If Jews don't have a right to a tribal land, like the Italians, the Irish, the English, the Polish, if the Jews don't have a right to a tribal land because we're not just a stupid religion, no one does. Israel will use its nuclear button if threatened and backed against the wall. So right on President Tlaib and Vice President Omar. And if the world wants a notion of a Palestinian people, rename Jordan. Put Palestine on there instead and let them live there. Even though according to the Bible's borders, all this land that these Muslim Arabs want, bless them, are biblically, according to the Bible that everybody seems to hold so important, is Jewish land. This is all tribal stuff, right, ladies and gentlemen? Naked ape stuff. Between you and me, I think this planet should be open with respect to all cultures, no borders, live along with peace and harmony. Nah, naked apeism. Meantime, Israel must purify itself by eradicating the Trumpist leprosy and must begin by sending Bibi Netanyahu someplace he can't hurt anyone or the Jewish people. In a trash heap